99% of guys have no idea how to bulk properly. They think that bulking just means eating more food. But the truth is, what you eat is actually just as important as how much you eat if your goal is to maximize muscle gain whilst minimizing fat gain whilst you're bulking. So today I'm going to be going over and ranking 20 of the most common bulking foods from best to worst on this tier list. Let's get into it. So, food number one, we have white rice, and this is going straight into B tier. The thing with white rice is it's pretty much nutrientless, other than it being a quick glucose source. Okay, so before your workouts is really the best and only time you should be having rice. Eat too much rice and you'll become bloated. Okay, you'll get water retention because we all know that glycogen is what stores water inside of your cells, and you just look a lot more chubbier than you would look normally if you didn't eat that much carbs. So, but at the same time, like if you have too little glycogen, your muscles won't look as full. You look a lot smaller. Your strength in the gym goes down. It's quite literally a fine balance between the two. Um, but I think there are better alternatives for glycogen instead of rice. So that's why it's in B tier. Okay, food number two, we have eggs. And eggs is going into S tier. The reason eggs is this high is because eggs is literally one of the best foods to get protein with. Okay, it's no lie that if you want to optimize your muscle gain, you need to be at least eating 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Okay, and eggs is just such an excellent way to get to that protein goal. I eat four eggs a day minimum. It's a great fat source, and I don't see a reason not to be eating eggs. But a tip I can give to you when getting eggs and cooking eggs is get them pasture raised and cook them sunny side up. This is going to help you optimize and preserve all the nutrients and make your bulk a lot more easier. And yeah, just trust me, it's going to be a bit more expensive, but trust me, it's worth the extra buck. And eggs are 24 grams of protein, 20 grams of fat, and 300 calories for 4 eggs, which is the minimum you should be having. Keep in mind, I'm also factoring in taste and price when ranking these foods. Food number three, donuts. This is going into a brutal F tier. If you're gonna bulk, at least don't dirty bulk, because like you're gonna end up 10 out of 10 times fat as hell. Okay, even if your metabolism's fast, your appetite's very small, dirty bulking will cause you to gain more fat than muscle. Always. Okay, which even though you might be very lean, you might think you're even skinny right now, one dirty bulk gone wrong will not put you in a very good place. So donuts, straight sludge. I mean, when you see a donut, I see, sugar, I see seed oils, I see chemicals. Okay, not only are calories too high, insulin's too high, which is going to cause you to gain visceral fat, which is the fat underneath your muscles, which is why you might look skinny fat right now. And your hunger signaling will be absolutely destroyed because of this insulin, which will cause your stomach to always be less full than your belly is. Okay, food number four, we have chicken breast. I think this is an A tier at best. Chicken breast. It's high protein, it's decently nutrient dense, it's dirt cheap, but it tastes kind of mid. Okay, chicken breast it's slightly overrated, because it's kind of always been viewed as the staple food alongside broccoli and then rice, right? But it really, like, this does not look appetizing at all. Like, who really wants to eat this for the rest of their life? There are many ways you could make chicken breast taste a lot better, but in this video, we're ranking individual foods. But nevertheless, very high potential food, but by itself, it's more like a cutting food. Um, Food number 5, we have peanut butter, and this is a B tier. Unconventional take, but B tier. So if you're genuinely super low on calories for the day, it's probably one of the best emergency foods to still ensure that you're still in a calorie surplus. Um, you know, but just make sure you're not getting the ones with sugar and seed oils, which you've always got to be careful with. Food companies have been getting increasingly cheeky lately. So always read the ingredients, don't just assume. And obviously, don't be living on peanut butter. PUFA's still too high in peanuts, which is not good for the body. By the way, if you found this video valuable so far, could you just help me out and make sure that you are subscribed? I'm trying to get to 1K subs by the end of this year, and you'd also be the first to get notified whenever a new video gets uploaded. It's a win-win. Food number 6, we have salmon. Protein that is cheap, tasty. I think S tier. And thing with salmon is you get EPA and DHA, okay, which they're omega-3s. They help aid muscle protein synthesis. Basically helps you recover from your workouts, reduces soreness. It's pretty good for the body, for the heart as well. And like all fats, is 9 calories per gram, which is easy bulk calories. Um, yeah, as you can see, EPA DHA is very helpful. And for 100 grams of salmon, you'd get 200 calories, 25 grams of protein, and 8 grams of fat. Um, just a great food in general. Okay, food number 7, we have ice cream. F tier. Yeah, ice cream, you shouldn't be eating this. It's nutrientless sludge. It's dirty bulk energy. Too much sugar. One late night where you remember there's ice cream in the fridge, all of a sudden the healthy foods don't taste nearly as good. And I think that dopamine is really the issue here, right? Whenever you eat something sugary, your brains send signals for your body to keep coming back for more. So this is how you get addicted. And I think it's just best to eliminate ice cream from your house entirely because it's just such an easy food to be addicted to, right? Like, you know what they say, out of sight, out of mind. Pretty good advice, especially since ice cream alone can make or break your bulk. Food number 8, we have butter. Super controversial food, but I think it goes into S tier. And the reason being, it's high in fat. Okay, 9 calories per gram, very easy to eat. It's a really healthy food. If you can get raw butter, which is from raw milk, cook your basically everything with butter instead of seed oils. Okay, butter is delicious. It's going to significantly reduce your flavor fatigue, which is actually a bigger problem than most guys realize um, when they're bulking, is flavor fatigue. And yeah, cholesterol is not going to be, I don't think it's that big of a problem if you're eating foods that are also like high in omega-3s. It's going to be important for your testosterone, cholesterol, right? And I think we're just talking about fats in general here. It's not just butter. I think most ruminant animals have good fat sources. There are there's nutrients in these fats, like fat soluble vitamins, which is not present in seed oils. Okay, food number nine, another super debatable food, bread. But I think this one is going into D tier. Yeah. So if you still eat bread, like really reconsider your choices because it's another glucose slash high carb source. But the problem is most breads, they have sugar. Okay, it's mostly nutrientless. Like most breads are nutrientless. Some breads, they also have seed oils. Okay, the only somewhat reasonable time to have bread is maybe before your workouts. But that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be the case most of the time. Like there's just so many better alternatives, um, which we'll be discussing later in this video. And two I can give to you right now, banana honey. 10 out of 10 times gonna be better than bread. Just trust me. Food number 10, steak. Easy S tier. Probably, I mean, the best bulking food, period. Right? And, if you disagree to that, like, I think you're delusional. And yeah, get grass fed steak, cooked to rare at most with butter. It's going to be the best. I've had steak pretty much every single day for the past month. High protein, hella healthy, hella delicious. And for the stats, it's 500 calories, 38 grams of protein, 35 grams of fat for 150 grams of ribeye steak cooked with butter. Food number 11, the one and only seed oils. And that is going straight into F tier. Yeah, like seed oils, maybe one of the worst foods tied with processed sugar that will just absolutely destroy your bulk. I mean, seed oils oxidizes easily, especially in high heat. You know, all of these bad chemicals gets created, all of these toxins, and it has nothing to bring to the table nutrition wise. When your fat composition is mostly linoleic acid omega 6, your metabolism is going to slow down a lot. Okay, you're going to be able to eat less food but put on more fat, which is the opposite of what you're trying to achieve in a bulk. And this is why some people can stay lean on their bulks year round, whilst others are barely even bulking but end up obese. Okay, moving on. Food number 12, whole milk. Easy S tier. And the thing is, like, whole food, it's an amazing food for bulking. It's high in fat, it's very high in protein. The problem is, when you go to the supermarket, half of the time you're getting skim milk, which is BS. Okay, it's not very good. Okay, the fat soluble vitamins gets removed. But if you get the whole milk, there's calcium, there is a bunch of different vitamins. And yeah, let's just talk about calcium right now. Like bone structure is actually just as important as muscle when it comes to aesthetics. So, I mean, as you can see, like, obviously this guy's got more muscle, but he's got a better bone structure than this guy. So, even if this guy packs on maybe 40 pounds of muscle, he's not going to look as good as this guy because this guy has wider clavicles, a broader frame, and that's going to basically help him to look a lot more aesthetic. And if you're in puberty, I think one of the best things you can do is to get enough minerals in, especially calcium. So if you're in puberty, 1 liter of milk a day something like that will be sufficient, which is 600 calories, 32 grams of protein, and 32 grams of fat for 1 liter of milk. Food number 13, full fat Greek yogurt. This is another easy S tier. And honorable mention actually, kefir. Kefir is it's basically unpasteurized milk that's fermented. Okay, it's raw milk that's fermented. It has more vitamins, there's more minerals, but I think that full fat Greek yogurt is still amazing as well, especially because raw kefir, you're not going to be able to get this everywhere. And, it's high in protein, it's high in fat, digestive enzymes. 90 grams of protein, 50 grams of fat, 1,000 calories for 1 kilogram of full fat Greek yogurt. Always get the full fat one. Don't be a skinny freak. Um, okay, food number 14, we have candy. And candy, F tier. Yeah, like if you're above the age of 10, you're still eating candy like a little kid. It's probably one of the worst things your body can ask for. Okay, processed sugar is the main problem here. It's gonna cause you to put on fat. Okay, both subcutaneous and visceral fat. Okay, it's gonna inhibit the breakdown of fat, of your stored fat. So when you have processed sugar, you won't be able to lose fat as easily, which means you'll have to go on a cut. Okay, especially on a calorie surplus, deadly combo. Sugar plus calorie surplus, do not do that. The worst part is you can become very addicted, okay? And most food companies and restaurants want you to become addicted. So, they get more money because they know that when insulin rises and your dopamine rises, you get addicted. You keep coming back for more. They don't really care about your health. Okay? And it's not going to be easier for you to succeed on your next bulk. Okay, food number 15, we have honey. And honey it's very good. I think it goes into A tier. And yeah, honey is probably one of the best pre-workouts. It's obviously a carb, but it's going to be a slower digesting carb than processed sugar. So have it maybe 1 hour or so before working out. Um, yeah, so here as you can see, when you eat sugar, your blood sugar goes up very high, but it does not remain high all the time. When you have honey, it's more of a gradual rise, but then that energy is sustained through the whole workout. And it's great for your health. There's so many vitamins and minerals. It's 100 grams before working out, easy 300 calories, and 80 grams of carbs. Okay, next up we have tropical fruits, and this is going into A tier. Tropical fruits, I mean, I think although fructose does cause visceral fat gain, I think that the benefits far outweigh the negatives. And it depends on the fruit, right? Like kiwi, berries, coconut, citrus fruits, I would put in S tier because you get vitamins, minerals, right? There's not as much fructose. You can eat a pre-workout banana, honey, mango. These foods are higher in fructose, which is going to help you get more energy for working out. And you should have this 30 to 60 minutes before working out. But I think that throughout the day, for more vitamins, for more energy, for more calories, you can have citrus fruits, coconuts, which have electrolytes, and berries. And you'll be fine as long as you don't eat processed sugar too, and you obviously eat mostly animal based, but I think that fruit is also where you get a lot of your energy from. And so it's quite important. Okay, food number 17, we have organs. And organs are going into A tier. And the thing is, like, the problem is a lot of organs, they taste like shit. Okay, if you can somehow manage a way for organs like liver and heart to taste good, you'll enjoy a high protein, very nutrient dense food. Okay, one negative is that they're kind of low calories. Okay, but they're kind of like a supplement food. They're very nutrient dense. Honorable mention, cow tongue. Cow tongue, maybe one of the most delicious cuts of meat that nobody even gets anymore. It's amazing tasting, amazing bulking food, high in nutrients. Um, Another thing good with organs is it's very cheap. Like nobody goes to the supermarket and even gets any organs nowadays because everyone thinks that organs are gross, but you know, if you like it, eat it. Okay, food number 18. We have protein powder. Contrary to popular beliefs, I'm going to put this in C tier. Yeah, and so many guys think that it's some kind of, superfood which will magically give you muscles, but the truth is the protein in protein powder is no different to the protein found in meats, eggs, milk, etc. Right? Protein powder is it's actually not even necessary and it's not really going to cause you to gain more muscle on a bulk if you're already getting in enough protein from real foods. And protein powder is made from milk. So I just recommend you just drink the milk. Like you're going to get more calories, basically the same protein, more fat, more vitamins, more nutrients. Okay, and another problem with protein powder is that they are all very high in these garbage ingredients. Like most flavored protein powders have garbage ingredient lists. Okay, so it's generally not a valuable supplement if you already have enough protein from animal products. Like I don't think that chocolate chips in your protein powder is going to help you succeed on your bulk, gain more muscle. I just think it's a marketing strategy. Okay, food number 19, we have vegetables. And this is another unconventional take, but we're going to put it in D tier. And yeah, like vegetables, it's not beneficial at all for bulking. It's kind of like a pointless food. Um, Vegetables are filled with anti-nutrients. Like I'm surprised we weren't taught this when we were like kids. It's just, they're filled with anti-nutrients, um, like oxalates, lectins. They're gonna bind to nutrients, especially minerals, which is gonna cause you to causing worse absorption, right? So even though your calcium can be very high, if you're eating these leafy greens, it's gonna reduce how much of that calcium um, you can utilize in your body. Again, calcium is very important for bone growth, especially in puberty. And vegetables are just very low in calories. They're not very high in nutrients and they taste absolutely horrible. Who wants to eat them? Good rule if you're trying to bulk and stay healthy is just to avoid green plant foods, especially in puberty. And last but not least, we have food number 20, nuts. And nuts are going into C tier. And yeah, they're high in calories. Okay, they're high in fat, but the fat that they're high in, it's PUFA, okay, which ruins your metabolism. Again, if you have too much linoleic acid, it's going to ruin your metabolism. You shouldn't be having too much of PUFA. You would already get plenty of PUFA from animal foods, more than what your body even needs. And to be honest, who still eats nuts? As you can see, PUFA oxidizes extremely easily. A lot of products, dangerous toxins are created. It's going to ruin your health. And who still eats nuts? It tastes really bad. Have it if you want, I guess, but it's kind of a pointless food. And I would much more rather be allergic to nuts than lactose intolerant. If you like what you see here, I've got a free and paid private community. It's the top link in the description. I've got a bunch of courses there on helping you get into the best shape of your life. I've got one-on-one calls for checkup and feedback directly with me. And if you join right now, there's a free forum that you can have access to with a bunch of like-minded guys, and I'll be posting there fairly frequently too. So, what the best version of yourself right now? Goodbye.